Hey, what's up neighbors? aaFlare here, bringing you another Destiny video. So if you've been keeping up with the latest news in Destiny, you know that the Corridors of Time had a massive puzzle and the map is finally complete, and I will leave my opinion aside, but Bastion came from the end of the Corridors of Time puzzle. So we now have access to the Bastion quests early, I guess. And this is a guide to the quest. So simply, to start it off, you have to input the code, which I'll display on screen as well as leave in the description. It is a fairly long code. It's 30 symbols long, I believe, so I recommend just writing it down in like a Google Docs or on a notepad or something, and then just scratching out which one you've done so you don't lose track, because 30 is a long sequence and you don't want to lose track of where you are once you're like 20 some deep or accidentally do one by accident and have to restart the whole thing all over again. So just keep track of what you're doing while you do it. Once you get through the puzzle, you'll be at the grave and you'll actually be able to access or interact with it, and then you'll get this dialogue.
Thank you for coming. We've gathered here today to celebrate the life of my mentor, my inspiration. They call her Protege. The Hive Kingslayer. The young wolf. Heroine of the Red War. The woman who avenged Cave 6. She had 100 times, I do not recall. And she died doing what she does best, defending the last city of humanity. Ages ago, she saved my life, and then inspired me to save myself. I am glad that she did, because Traveler help us. She is gone. And there is no one to save us now. On the day we met, I decided I would follow her example. I'm still trying. I've marked this grave with one of her favorite weapons, shattered in that final confrontation. It used to be mine. All who find what we've left here, please leave it be. Unless you're still out there somewhere. You've performed miracles before. In which case, take it and come back to us. And we'll kill what killed you. Or die trying.
Once you've listened to the dialogue and picked up the core, you head to St. 14 and he will give you the Bastion quest. So to start it off, you have to head to the Tangled Shore and kill fallen captains and servitors. A good way to do this is to just run this route that I'm showing on screen. You kill this captain if it spawns, then the servitor, keep going, kill the captain, and then fast travel back. And repeat the sequence over and over again until you get 5 kills, which isn't very much, so you should only have to really do it twice. Then you'll have to speak to the spider, who will give you the next step to the quest, which is to go into the empty tank lost sector, which is literally right beside him, and kill the fallen captain at the end. That'll spawn. Then you must speak to the spider again, and now this is the longest part of the quest, other than putting in the actual code, and it's to complete 8 public events, 30 challenging enemies, and 10 spider bounties. So I recommend picking up the daily spider bounties and then do wanted ones if you haven't already stockpiled some, which I know a lot of people have done, is stockpiled 10 spider bounties because it was data mined that this was a quest step. And then for the challenging enemies, it'll literally just come as you do public events. And do note that heroic public events count for 2, so don't always be so hasty to insta-kill the boss, because you can get double the progress if you make it heroic. Or you can try to double dip if it's in one of the landing zone areas by completing it and fast traveling back to that location and hopefully spawning into an instance where another one is already in progress, and that way you get 2 public events complete. Once you finish that, you head to a lost sector in the Four Horned Gulch, and you just interact with this grave. Some screams will spawn. It's like nothing crazy or cool, and you'll get the final step to the quest, which is to complete a remastered, I'm doing air quotes, remastered Fanatic strike. It's not really remastered. There's an enemy at the end that spawns at the back left of the room, in the boss room. Kill him. I recommend finishing the strike and not just backing out, because it says to finish the strike. But then you just head to St. 14 and you get your Bastion. That is the quest. That's it. The longest part of it was, of course, getting the map and entering it in. I will leave my thoughts on the quest aside for this, maybe make another video on that, but if you guys found this useful, be sure to leave a like and subscribe for future content. Now go get your Bastion. Thanks so much for watching. Peace.
My old weapon? No, your new weapon. Well, you seem to improve everything you touch, Guardian. Old things made new, given purpose. This is a good lesson. In your absence, I walked the streets of the city, spoke to the people. I sat beneath the traveler and listened. Scars are still healing. I witnessed many new faces. They look to me and see a myth. I admit it does make me feel old and humble. As I walked, do you know what I saw? Smiles. I heard music. It is good to be reminded why we fight. I will walk the streets again tomorrow. Maybe I will sing.